Hello and welcome back to Starshadow Tarot. I've been kind of meditating and trying to figure out what this today's message is going to be about, but I think it might be a love reading. We shall see. What I did get in my preparation for the reading. Well, there you go. I guess it is. It is a love reading. But this actually, wow, this really confirms and solidifies what I was seeing in my preparation, and that's, well, I saw the star card for first of all, but it wasn't just the star card. It was about pouring into your cups, pouring in, giving that healing, that self love and self healing, and that healing can come from within. To help guide you to calmer waters. Some may be feeling like they are in the thick of a storm right now, and I'm seeing rough seas, I'm seeing choppy waters, I'm seeing all sorts of chaos in the storm, but out of the storm can come smooth, peaceful waters. That flow like calm brooks and rivers, is what I'm getting. And within there, you can find balance and you can find that peace, and forward movement. You can find that forward movement and that release from what's been on your mind and attacking you from within, with that forward movement, that victory, all from filling your cup and giving yourself that peace. And ironically, as I keep seeing water and movement and flow, my candle is just going absolutely insane. So we'll see if there's some fiery elements to this or not as well. So it is flickering and all the things, really. So I think there's definitely some heat and some passion involved in this. So with that, I will do some, energy checks and see how this may resonate. If it's not your reading, that's okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We will see what comes out. Also, this is timeless, so whenever you found this is meant for you, if it does resonate. And yeah, so let's get going. Let's see what lies at the heart of the situation. So I'm going to do my standard star shadow spread, where I look at the root, the influences, how the energies are presenting in your current situation as symptoms, your frequencies. But I'm going to add in, because I do, since that Ace of Cups was sitting there and I keep getting the waters and the emotions and the feels that this is a love reading, I'm going to add in the frequency of the connection you're with. If you're with a connection, we will see from there. And yeah, we will go, well, this is, so definitely divine timing is in play. Things are going your way. The wheel of fortune, the wheel is spinning. The seasons are changing, but not just in nature. The seasons are changing in your life. So this is a new season for you to step into, and you can do that from taking the rest, taking the space you need, taking the pause if there is one that you may need. So looking out for yourself is what I'm hearing. So let's get into this. What is the root? What is the root of this connection that's going on right now? What is the root of this connection? What is at the root of this connection? Or the situation within the connection, it could be even, but what is the root? And there we have it. y'all, I can't make this up. The star card. Okay. You've got the star. The star is at the root. And maybe that's why I was seeing it, but also the moon. So there's a little unknown and hesitancy here. It's shaded in night, veiled in darkness, and things are difficult. They're not exactly easy, but there's healing and there's love and there's brightness at it, because both of these celestial entities, whether it's the star or the moon, illuminate the night. So in the darkness, light and brightness can be found. So there's not a sense of lack of hope. There is absolutely hope. There is absolutely brightness and healing and growth. There is a bit of fear and trepidation, but both of these cards, these entities, bring light and illumination. So so at the root of this is the illumination that's being brought in, somewhat frightening, but somewhat healing way. So what are the influences? What is influencing this connection or situation, the connection? King of Cups. King of Cups energy is influencing this. So giving love and peace and standing in that solid confidence, emotional availability, maybe it influencing this from the outside. This may be a person, this may be a situation, but definitely 8 and 9 of Pentacles. There's a sense of stability here that comes from hard work paying off, that comes from being able to take a beat and see that you've accomplished a lot. There may be some fear and trepidation at the root of this connection, but there is healing, there is brightness, and with hard work can come that stability and self-reliance. And even within a connection, you need to still be self-reliant. You need to be able to stand on your own right. What is it? What are the symptoms? What is this presenting as? So what does it look like on the surface? What does it look like on the surface? So on the surface, yeah, there's a bit of discord. There's a bit of discord and wondering what the right choice is. Do I stay and fight for this connection? Do I stay and fight through this? Or do I walk away from what's not serving me? There's so many different options, but there will be the opportunity to find what choice to make. Right now, it feels like you're stuck, or the situation is stuck with so many options, and it's in a paralysis state. It's in a state of, I can't see the way through because I'm clouded by all the things that are involved in this connection. So some of you may have I'm hearing children. You have job opportunities, distance. You're in separation, and what I mean by separation, it's I personally, as when I read separation or things like that, it's not necessarily no contact. It could be. It could be no contact. It could be I am not talking to this person right now. But it could also be that it is just limited contact, or contact and communication is not flowing, not not abundant, right? Because there's lots going on. There could be work issues, financial issues, spirituality issues. There could be family issues, stuff about your home, stuff about awakening, transitions, you being on different timelines, different things that you're just in two different places. And there's all of these complications at play. So you can't see the light. You can't see through the complications presenting themselves. And you're stuck between, do I stay here and fight for this? Or do I walk away from what's not serving me? Now, walking away from what's not serving you could be a change in your attitude. It could be a change in the way you see things. It could be that hanged man energy, letting something go, letting an argument go. It's not necessarily walking away from the connection itself. It could be, though, because if the connection itself, if all of these things are too overwhelming, then it could be that you need to walk away, that connection itself is not serving you. So still have, after all of that. Now we've got some nines here. And I think that there's been some back and forth, some struggles in communication, definite struggles in communication, because all of these things are surmounting. But these struggles are communication and thought process and things like that together, whereas these struggles are impacting your emotions. These are impacting the way you see things, because it's an anchor weighing you down in the water of, well, in your emotional depths. You're tired. You just want to stand in your own right and celebrate your work, but you feel like you're constantly on the defensive, with all of these back and forth and who's right and who's wrong. And some of you may have had some cutting words said towards you, or you have said some cutting words towards your person and you're feeling upset about that. It could go either way. Take it as it resonates. But either way, one or both of you is sitting in an energy of sorrow. You're sitting there thinking about all of the things, all of the insurmountable things that are in your path. You're sitting there looking at that and wondering, can you make this work? Is this enough? Is what I have in these cups enough to sustain me versus what I've lost? And some people see this card as kind of a crying over spilled milk. I'm not seeing that in this particular situation, in this read. What I am seeing is more along the lines of, all these things have happened. All of this emotional grief, this chaos, this turmoil, these arguments, or this lack of communication, or embittered communication, or whatever that is going on, this turmoil between the two of you. And you've been standing your ground, but you're worn out. You just want to sit in your peace. You just want to relax in all the things that you've worked towards, but you're worn out. You're just tired, and you're wondering if what's left, what remains, is that strong enough to keep going. Do you have enough to fill your own cups? And 999, these are 999 may be significant for you. This energy of almost to completion. Okay, you're in the cards. Well, we've got the 5 here and the 5 of swords. So you've got 5s could be significant, 555, things of that nature. But you're sitting in mostly 7, 8, 9s. So something is coming to an end. Something is, whether that is you standing your guard, whether that's you stepping into your right to celebrate your successes, whether that's filling your own cups, whether that's looking at everything as insurmountable, something, or the connection itself, right? It could be the full connection itself is coming to an end. We'll see. Let's get your energy. So what is your energy? You're sitting in strength. So you're resonating in a position of strength. I see you being gentle and trying to tame the beasts within, trying to hold on, trying to come from that place of resilience, and trying to, you're trying to be true to yourself and to what's awakened within you. You could be going through a process of transition, of really trying to see the difference between who you were and who you are now. Is this working for you? You're going through, I'm getting that you're going through a chance to answer your calling, and you're trying to figure out what you need to let go in order to do that, and what is worth fighting for. And so you're standing from a position of resilience, and it's hard, it's tough, because strength and constantly being in that place of having to fight through fears or fight through whatever naturally challenges you on an instinctive level is difficult. It wears on you, but you're still standing true to yourself and your calling. What about your connection? Who is the energy of the person you're connected to? So they're in the 7 of Pentacles. They're wanting to lay roots, lay seeds, work towards this. They're seeing that something is worth waiting for. But we're back to the 7s. We're back to, this is work. This is taking energy. This is, and we're back to the 8s. This isn't easy. But we also have the Queen of Cups here. That's, whether you're masculine, feminine, this is definitely divinely connected. But it's hard. But the question is, you have the opportunity to walk away, right? You can walk away from that which isn't serving you. You could walk away from the fears and the mental anguish that's holding you back. But know that you have the chance to walk away, because you're not, the binding that you find yourself in is, want to say it's of your own making, because you're stuck in this paralysis mode. You need to make that choice and be confident in that love that you have for yourself, for this person. And recognize that on the horizon, there are opportunities coming your way. This isn't the last. This isn't the last of it. So I'm getting that this is, some of you have been fearful of walking away because you're afraid, and you're staying in a position of that fear, and you're keeping yourself in there because you're afraid you're not going to find love again. You're afraid you're not going to, or this love is not going to be your love. That this connection, the seeds that are being built aren't going to take root. And then that's it. That's it. You're going to be alone. You're going to be, I'm hearing your fear is self-sabotaging you from stepping into the gift that's coming. And the gift that's coming is an emperor. And someone who gives, someone that's in that, why am I hearing boss mode? I'm hearing like boss mode energy. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone. But I'm hearing that, okay, this is also going to maybe ruffle some feathers, but that BDE, right? If you know, you know, that big cojones energy, right? That I'm hearing that what's coming, what's on the horizon is that balance and the things that you've always wanted. And again, if don't read gender into this, if you are of a masculine nature, getting someone who gives to you could still be a feminine if that's what you're looking for. If that's what you know, don't look at gender, look at the energies. So the energies is someone that's giving, someone that is providing, someone that's taking care, but also someone who can be protective. Okay. So whether that is, okay, now this is just uncanny, whether that is feminine or masculine, but right after that, this is what's there. Okay, the Empress. The Emperor and the Empress will come together in a brand new, stable offer once you decide to step out of whatever is holding you back. Okay? Whatever you're stuck in, whatever you need to leave behind, you need to take the blindfold off. You got a whole bunch of swords around you, use it to cut the binds if that's the case. Either way, you have the power to walk away from that. Okay? And step into that divine union. That balance between give, take, that full reciprocity, that nurturing, supportive connection. Whether that is with this individual or not. Some of you have a choice to make. Some of you that I'm getting, you already know. You already know what it is. You just need to do it. You just need to act. All this, and we haven't even gotten to the shadow aspect of it. So what is the shadow? So when I talk about the shadow, I mean something you need to integrate, right? Something you need to accept. I'm not saying shadow is bad. I'm saying it's something that's suppressed or something underlying, underpinning the situation that is either holding it back or just not helping. It could be a positive thing, something you've suppressed, some maybe you've suppressed your joy, right? Maybe you've suppressed something that, I just keep seeing the sun card. Maybe you've suppressed that brightness within you because you've been down in this. So that's what we'll talk about. That's what I talk about when I say shadow. So what is the shadow of this connection? The shadow aspect, Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is the shadow aspect, is I have a feeling that there is a lack of stable offerings, right? That there's a lack of or there's arguments about the stability that one person in this connection isn't giving enough, and it's causing arguments, it's causing strife, it's causing a breakdown in the passion between the two of you, and the passion is switching from that fiery kindled love to angst, resentment, regret, because it feels like one of you isn't giving enough to the connection. Yeah. Page of Cups. I feel like one of you isn't emotionally available, and that's causing constant arguments. So yeah, and the choice needs to be made. This is definitely an important soul connection. So I have a feeling that whoever this is someone that was meant to be a part of it. It's a soul contract. It's clearly a soul contract, right? Because we've had the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and it's a soul contract, but it's also a choice that needs to be made for this connection, for yourself. And I feel like this is something that you've been working on towards awakening, and we're back to that Four of Swords, and really understanding where you need to take your pause, where you need to take a breath, where you need to come out of your head for it and act on that choice, so that you're not stuck in this. And there's the Sun card. There's the Sun card that I was saying, that I kept seeing the Sun, that one of you, it feels like one of you is holding back that joy and afraid to step into it. That there's a fear of giving, of the offering, of the whether it's messages of communication or communicating what they feel. It may not necessarily be that they're holding back, or whoever in this connection, whether it be yourself or that person, is holding back from action, or holding back from communication, because pages are usually communication and messages. So that's why I get that. I know pentacles are typically action oriented and things like that. So that's why I'm getting this feel of that it might be holding back both action and communication are not aligning. Okay. And it's keeping the connection from being in the Sun. It's keeping that joy, that thing from coming up. What is the potential outcome or hope of this connection? What is the hope that could be sought from here? What is the hope that could be sought? Full-on commitment. Okay, so the Hierophant speaks of traditions, commitment. So there is hope that this might be that connection. And we saw the Emperor, and we're back to the Page of Cups. Y'all seriously cannot. And the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, for all that shuffles, y'all saw that. Okay, so this is a hope that for this, right? Complete and utter commitment is the hope. That embracing traditions, the lessons have been learned, the moving up from that, right, can result in that ultimate love connection of the giving, of what I said at the start about that illumination in the night, the healing, prosperity. So this is at the root of it, right? So if we're looking at the root, we're healing our fears. So this whole process stems because this is what the universe needs us to do. This is our path. This is the root. This is what is actually happening beneath the surface. So on the surface, we are sheer chaos. We are analysis paralysis, right? Where do I walk away? Do I fight for this? What's going on, right? Someone is holding back. And you know what, to be fair, okay, so what I'm getting is You could both be holding back from this connection. You can both be withholding that overabundant love, that new start, that fresh giving, because you're mirroring each other. I'm getting that as the shadow of this, because this showed up as the shadow. It's not showing up as the resonating frequencies. Okay, so someone could be stubborn, and this is your frequency. You could be stubbornly withholding because you think they're withholding. Okay, so you're mirroring, you could be, right? If this, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but you could be mirroring each other, where you're just like, and not in a, I don't see it as a manipulative way. I don't see it as being conniving or, so I had just set that down, by the way. I just set that down. I see it actually, yes, I see it as I'm done. I'm tired of overgiving. I'm tired of sitting here waiting for my wish to be granted. You know, I'm done. I've put work in, I've given, I've celebrated, I've done the things. So this is after the 3 of Cups, after you've had this celebration, and then you're tired, right? And that's why I don't think this withholding, if you're mirroring, pardon me, that lack of offer, right? That well, if they're not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, right? I'm tired of giving. And maybe you were giving too much. Okay, maybe you were overly giving. Maybe you needed to step back. Maybe you needed to take a step back and look at all the options. Maybe you needed to stand strong. So there is no judgment here. There is no situation or no way. I'm not trying to say, pardon me while I get tongue-tied, but maybe you're tongue-tied. Maybe you're sitting there and you're just like, I have no clue what to say. I have no clue what to do. So I'm just tired. But maybe it was just a self-preservation thing, right? Maybe it was just, I'm going to stand strong in that self-preservation. Even if I have fear, I need to stand in that. Okay. So I am going to set these cards here because they are clearly wanting to come out. Okay, so let me find a place. Yeah. Okay. We've already seen that there's arguments, there's things like that. So it's causing havoc, isn't it? This is a really tumultuous time for you emotionally, because we're seeing the cups, we're seeing the less than stable offerings, but they are sitting in a place of wanting growth, capable of putting the work in if they are or not. So what's your advice? What's your advice for moving forward? Okay. Yeah, you've got 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm feeling like you need to take time to yourself. Not be shady about it. Don't be shady about the time you take. Don't be manipulative. But you need to come to a place of calm, place of peace. There's that light again, the light within the night. You really need to find that place of self-sustenance and heal what's in, and don't hold your communication back. Don't hold too tight to that sword out of it's not so much fear, maybe spite. I don't know, this may resonate with some of you, but I'm getting, let it out. Grieve for the things that have hurt you, and don't hold too tight to them anymore. Share it. Find that illumination. But as far as advice goes, don't be afraid to take action. Don't be afraid to step into the passion of what you know to be amazing, whether that's with this connection or the next one, because we saw that Ace of Pentacles, something good is on the horizon. Whether it is this connection or not, you've got a future commitment. So you have this fear, right? We talked about the fear of with that Ace of Pentacles, the fear of not having love again. Do I walk away and stay alone? But it's coming. It's coming to you, right? It's on your path. It's in your wheelhouse, right? Things are working in your favor to help root you and ground you in stability. And this is really a feminine stability of nurturing and giving, whether it's to yourself or others. But also, it's a, okay, so I'm getting this. This may be specific. Right now, I think some of you are in the mirroring part of your circumstances where you are withholding those messages or withholding that communication, withholding whatever you're withholding out of self-preservation, right? I don't think it's a point of pride. I think it is a point of not this again, right? Because I don't think a lot of you have had boundaries enough, and you have given and given and given, because I'm seeing so many cups here. I'm seeing that you have given to the situation or to past connections even, and you've not put up a boundary to protect your heart and your mind. And I'm hearing that when you are strong, yes. Okay, so when you are strong in your own right, you've got your feet on the ground. You can have your head in the clouds if you need it, but as long as you're stable, then no one's going to mess with you. You've got to put those boundaries up. And it's not that this person is intentionally trying to mess with you, okay? I see that they're trying to do good. They're just not there yet. Something is holding them back, and I'll get some clarification on that in just a second. But something is holding them back from really giving to the connection and really offering what needs to be offered. And they're in this paralysis too, so don't get it twisted. You think it's just you. They could very much be sitting, and actually I'm getting that they are very much sitting in this, there's too many options. And I'm not getting a third party options, right? I'm not getting I have this woman or this woman or this man or whoever, whatever, it could be. I'm not getting necessarily third party, but there's complications, life complications in the way. And they are sitting there trying to figure out, do I fight or do I walk away? What is working for me? What is working for me that I need to stand up for? So they're in this place too, because you're mirroring each other. You are there trying to both find love, trying to find that stability, that mature give and take, that unconditional love. You're trying to find it. Whether it ends up with each other, I can't tell you. That's up to you and your free choices. But you do and will come to a place of stability so you can have boundaries and not be afraid to give to yourself, fill your own cups, and get all your wishes come true at the same time. But also, know as advice that this is all working as planned. It's all in the divine timing. Just don't be afraid to act and step into who you are. If you're a fiery, passionate person, be that fiery, passionate person. Stop holding back. Stop that Eight of Wands or Eight of Swords energy. Stop trying to really stop hiding your light. Stop trying to really be someone you're not. You need to be yourself in your own right. Be strong and stable before you can have that unconditional love, before you can have that pure connection and commitment. I definitely see the commitment coming your way, whether it is a new love, a new offer that is divine connection, that is divinely, I'm getting once you pass the test. Once you pass the test, then it can come in. Whether that's new or the two of you stepping into the timeline together to be that together. Okay? Let's get some clarification on this person, right? So clarify their frequency, their resident. What are they resonating at right now? What are they resonating right now? What are they resonating at right now? Clarify this Seven of Pentacles. Clarify this person. Page of Cups. They want to offer you. See, they want to do the work. They want to offer you that love. They just don't know how. I think I have this feeling that they don't know which cup to offer with. And King of Cups and Four. Okay, so yeah, so they're afraid. They know you're unhappy. They know you're in a place of, I'm tired. They know you're in a place of paralysis, right? And that you're just kind of stuck. But they're afraid that their offer is going to be dismissed. They have that unconditional love for you. So that's probably why this is coming up twice, because you've got King of Cups twice, and that is stable, the highest possible form of love you can have. They have it for you. They just are afraid of how you'll receive it. That if they make the offer, that you'll just, no, I'm done. It's too much. This is all insurmountable, and I need to walk away. And so they they see you. I think they're afraid to bring it up. They're afraid that you will be that it'll be cut. I keep hearing cutthroat. Not that you will be cutthroat in your response, but that it'll cut them to pieces and they'll be left picking up the remnants of what hurts them the most. And they see you as what they want. We keep seeing this Nine of Pentacles over and over. You standing tall in your own right. And maybe this is the answer. Maybe this is what you need to do in order to establish your boundaries and fill your own cups and sit in that brightness through the night. But illumination is coming. Healing is on its way. Might be a bit frightening. There might be some, nightmares and things that are happening in the night, but it is on its way. You will not be in the dark for much longer. get some love messages. What do you need to know? What do you need to know about this? What do you need to know? I'm seeing for some of you, this connection, if the choices are made to lead, to let go of what doesn't serve you, whether that's internally or externally, this connection will be your divine connection, your new love offer, and your commitment. For others of you, for those of you who don't want that, you know what you want, so why aren't you walking away? Are you stuck in paralysis because you're afraid of hurting them? Are you afraid of being too strong? And are you going to reject that? You can. But if you do, then that's probably your lesson, because I'm getting that for some of you, and this is very, very specific, I'm getting that some of you have been stuck in that paralysis mode. You know you need to walk away from them because everything is insurmountable, but you're afraid to. You're in that Eight of Swords energy and you're afraid to walk away. But when you walk away, when you offer yourself that stability, you have your boundaries, you step into the divine timing, and you embrace the light and healing of growth, then your new offer will come in. So I'm getting two different messages with this. Okay. So that's the first, that's the second one, technically. The first one being that when you make the choice to walk away from that which isn't serving you in the connection, and you decide what you want, then this connection can be your new offer. But for others of you, and you'll know if that's your message. I'm getting that you'll know which side of the two messages you land on. Either way, this is coming. Okay, either way, this divine connection, the new offer of love, unconditional love, either way it's coming. What is it you need to know? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this confirms here of what I was saying, that some of you, whether it's yourself or the other, the person you're in a connection with, have been holding back, and you're not truly knowing one another. Trust. And with that mirroring of, you're not allowing your bonds to deepen. Trust that this situation is calling for you to have faith. And the last final message, what's the final message? What's the final message? Okay. Okay, this just goes back to the two different messages that I've said. So clearly we got two cards for the final. One is release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And the other is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Now, this release your ex could be, especially if you're in separation or distance or poor communication, things like that. It could be releasing this person so you can step into the new. Others of you, this isn't your ex. This isn't the person that you're trying to release, but you have other things that you do need to release. So that's what you need to walk away from. Okay, previous traumas, previous hurts, previous things that are impacting this relationship, that are putting you into a more tired state than you need to be, because that's part of the excess stuff, right? That's what you need to walk away from. It is safe for you to love either way, no matter what the message is for you. You need to open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. And that ties very much into that King of Cups that keeps showing up. The highest energy of all, the highest form of love, compassion, mature, stable love. And I am going to leave that here. So I hope that resonates. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thank you.